feel like I've been on this journey my whole life because it started with my name, Talitha, which literally means little girl, wake up. And I can't say it's been easy. There's been a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. But I believe life is all in your decision making. The I Am Talitha show is a combination of things that I love to talk about. And I want to enlighten you, encourage you, and inspire you to be the best you can be with some help from my guests. Let's talk about it.
And we are live here at the Botham Jean Foundation Gala event, you guys.
I feel like there are so many people, like you said, that are in pain from stress or whatever it is, and we're going to the doctor. They're giving us this medication. This medication sometimes is making us worse. Sometimes the medication is not working. Sometimes the medication has so many side effects.
So is there anything that I left?
No, other than my name is pronounced Georgia Nay.
Georgia, I was pronouncing that all wrong. Georgia Nay. My bad. I hate when people pronounce my name wrong too.
Capucine.
Welcome to the I Am Talitha show on Vegas Hype Media, and thanks for joining us. And remember, you can catch us here every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. on our Food for the Soul Media Group FB page and on Vegas Hype Media's FB page and YouTube station, and the Mixler app for those of you who may just want to listen to us live. Shout out to Quan on the ones and twos, keeping us looking and sounding right. And shout out to my baby, Big Bobby B, in our chat room right now. Tap in and say what's up. And my disclaimer, as always, these are our opinions, not fact, just our opinions. And some of the opinions of our guests are not always the opinions of the I Am Talitha show, Food for the Soul Media Group, or Vegas Hype Media. And if you want to weigh in, leave us a comment in the chat room on YouTube, or in the comments on our FB page, you guys. And if you guys are tuning in on Facebook, please follow me and like my page and share it. If you're watching us live on Vegas Hype Media YouTube, don't forget to go to our Food for the Soul Media Group YouTube station right now. Hit that subscribe button for me. And also go to our Instagram at Food for the Soul Media Group. And I am Talitha _Kume, Cumi. So you guys, we're looking for sponsors and donors for the new year to help keep our show a priority in bringing you great news, good discussions, and great guests. And we need you. So if you're looking to be a guest or promote your business with us, go to foodforthesoulpresents@gmail.com or inbox us today. So last week, Solid was on with the double take, and our special guests Loretta Ida and Angelina Lene were in the house. So shout out, ladies. Thank you guys for coming out. But tonight it is 4th Friday, y'all, and it is the Gumbo mix. So I am here with my new co-host, Solid Truth and Kay Griffith, and our special co-host for this month, the lady that needs no introduction if you go anywhere in Las Vegas, Miss Capucine Holmes. Welcome to the show, ladies. I thank you guys for coming. I know you guys have been in the mix a little bit, and so now this is another Friday that you guys have to spend with me, but hopefully we'll have a good time.
And just a shout out, last week that was Loretta Ita.
Loretta Ita, not Ita.
Like Loretta Ita.
Loretta Ita with an I, just like Orlay with the A, Orlay, worldwide. Okay, you guys. So this month we've been talking about moving forward, and I started it off with cleaning up what I messed up. Kay came in with restoring balance, and Solid left off with the time is now. And tonight our topic is when in doubt, just keep moving. And so I want to get right down to it, but I want to introduce my special guest co-host tonight, Miss Capucine Holmes. Miss Capucine Holmes serves as a managing partner and chief marketing officer of Tyme Consultants, LLC. Tyme is a well-renowned company that deals with consultant work for Fortune 500 companies by maximizing their values to reach their goals. Tyme is a certified minority women-owned business. They assess elements of companies and design ways through their expertise in business administration, human resources, DEI, experiential marketing, business development, event production, and management by creating successful, measurable outcomes. They specialize in organizing economic equity through diverse businesses and being an added value. Smart Time Consultants client brands include BET, TV One, Hilton, NASCAR, Ebony, and many others.
I love that.
Capucine has served diligently in Las Vegas for over 20 years. She currently serves as a board member for the National Association of Women Business Owners, Las Vegas Urban League, Hannah Brown Community Development Corporation, Urban Chamber Business Success Center, and also serves on the Human Rights Campaign Steering Committee. She works with the Esther Gordy Bullock Foundation in providing funding to Las Vegas nonprofit organizations, and she loves the communities of Southern Nevada and loves working with organizations that really make a positive impact on the lives of others. She has an intensive background in business strategies and labor management. Capucine has a passion to see a diversity of people succeed in the world. She believes that providing people with the tools and resources to be successful within their businesses, workplace, and their daily lives creates successful outcomes for all. Man, the people that I have on here, man, their bios is like this
Amazing.
long, but I love it. I love it.
Welcome.
So Capucine, my first question is to you. So I know you had a chance to participate in the small business conference with the famous motivational speaker Les Brown and his daughter Ona. And so I wanted to ask you, like it's a double question, but where do you see businesses going in 2024? Like, are there some things we need to be doing moving forward to better serve or produce products? And have you heard of the Corporate Transparency Act?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so tell me about businesses first. Where do you see businesses going in 2024? And I'm talking about just kind of here locally.
So here in Las Vegas, we live in a global city. I mean, everyone comes around the world to Las Vegas. So in 2024, it's about expanding.
Okay.
It's looking at what you've done, but looking into the new world globally and those opportunities being there and providing yourself with the resources and tools to do so through education, joining organizations, doing a lot of research on what your business is doing, and also looking at those target markets and making sure that you are impactful in the work that you do. One of the things during the conference that I really loved was that it was about passion in your business. What you do, is it something that you love? And when you are collaborating with others, that leads to expansion and opportunity. And we here in Las Vegas, because people are everywhere across the world and everywhere from all over the country, they have to find out what's out there and look in ways in collaborating. And when you collaborate, you can bring resources together to go after major businesses and corporations and the work that you do.
Okay. Okay. And so were there was everybody super excited to see Les?
Oh,
I hate that I missed it, man. I like Les Brown.
Les Brown from Dallas. He's from Dallas.
I don't know where he's from.
I believe he is.
Les Brown is, I would say Les Brown is from everywhere. Everywhere.
Okay.
And just phenomenal speaker, but just a really phenomenal person, right? And his daughter Ona is here. And those two together was very impactful. I mean, it brought energy. As far as me being on the Urban Chamber Business Success Center, it gave everyone the opportunity to get knowledge from someone like Les Brown. And one of the major things that he talked about was targeting yourself and speaking out. Because if you don't speak and you're not authentic, it doesn't matter what you do. Because people do business with people who they feel are making a impact in their business, and they can feel that you're going to be able to grow just as much in your business as you want to.
Okay. Looking for that confidence.
It's a confidence and it's
transparency.
And I watch people change. I mean, just change within that conference, change from when they first walked in to when they left out. And I thought that was something that was needed here in Las Vegas. And so with that being said, I think if you're going to be in business, do it authentically with a passion.
Absolutely. And I can really get with that. What about the Transparency Act, the Corporate Transparency Act? Can you let everybody know kind of what that is? A friend of mine told me about that.
Well-
and so I was like, okay, well, what is that? And do we need to be worried about it? And she's like, yeah, I think you do.
Yeah. So if you have a business, I believe it is effective January the 1st of 2024, it's going to be required that companies that are formed under the laws of the U.S. and the state territories, that there's going to be authentic reporting. So you'll have to file information regarding your beneficial owners and corporate applicants. And this includes small businesses, micro businesses, LCCs, partnerships, and they're going to maintain a database by the U.S. Department of Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement. And this is something, I think that it really came about because it was a lot of fraud going on as far as through the Treasury and people having their businesses. So this goes in effective January the 1st, and if you not, then you will be fined if you do not report to the government.
Now, to my understanding, if you don't report, you're going to be fined like $500.
And it goes into, well, what I got from it was that you'll be fined, and those fines will continue if you don't get your reporting in.
I could have swore I saw it said $500 a day.
Yes,
until you get.
yes.
It's $500 a day until you get your paperwork filed. They are not playing.
And I thought it said 50.
No, it's
No.
500.
Okay.
So I guess that $500 a day is more like an incentive to make sure that if you have a legitimate business, that you're going to be on top of filing your paperwork.
And I believe that those fines go upon what your business is. Like if you're a corporation, if you're, and so with you saying that you seen where it's $50, those are probably for the micro businesses and for the small businesses. But once you come into corporations, they're going into $500 a day. And that makes a really big difference and an impact in your business. And as a small business, it really impacts you because it deals with your capital resources, profit, all of those different factors. And so when you're in business, you just got to make sure that you're on top of regulations, because regulations change, laws change. That's why it's so important in making sure that you get people who are informing you of what's going on in the government on a state level, federal level, and a local level.
And I just think that's ridiculous because we barely have people that can handle filing and processing our tax returns, but now they want us to file on a regular basis. I think it's like quarterly or...
Well, if any changes are made, you go ahead and you file. If any changes are made within your business as far as owners, then you have to file that information immediately.
Which you should be doing already.
You should be doing that
And
anyway.
if you have a
Exactly.
registered agent, your registered agent should be notifying you, and you should be incorporating all those things. You should have a calendar with all of those dates in place because you are a business owner and you have a responsibility to your clients and to the public to make sure that you are in compliance with all of the local, state, and federal laws.
Yes. And
So it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. Just add it to the list of all the other things that you have to do for your business.
and it includes individuals who own or control 25% of those and those more ownership issues. And so if you're exercising that you are in a business and this business is yours, your name need to be on it.
But you know, one thing that the thing that upsets me most about that is I understand what you're saying. If you own a business, you should have those things already in place to where you can make sure that you're filing and providing that updated information in a timely manner. What about our small new business owners that aren't really that educated? Like that, I think that creates a I want to call it
A barrier?
not a barrier, but that creates an opportunity. That's an opportunity there to educate.
It's an opportunity to educate, but when you go into something and you want to do business, it is your responsibility to go out and get the resources and tools and the knowledge to do so that you're in compliance of what you're doing. Because there are a lot of people who have businesses but don't know what the laws and regulations of where they're governing their business.
Right.
And I think that those are opportunities to join chambers and get an education. And as what I say, collaborate with people who have been in business for a while. Use them as mentors. Get you a lawyer, get you an accountant, do the things that you need to do as a business and make sure that you're in compliance. Otherwise, you shouldn't be in business.
So that's
And
an
you can go to the
opportunity.
SBA and score,
Yeah.
and of course the Urban Chambers
Chamber,
of
of course,
Commerce.
yeah.
But I do agree with that, and I think that as small business owners, you should have a mentor. You should have some leadership in place and some guidance in place, especially if you're in your first year, 2 or 3 of business. However, I find that a lot of people don't do that. They think that just filing their LLC with the Secretary of State is all that's needed to be done. So if
Exactly.
you're going to go into business, you need to know the business of doing business, and Nevada is very tricky.
And one of the things, there's so many different chambers. You have the Vegas Chamber, you have the NABO, who's the National Association of Women Business Owners, and we certify women-owned businesses to become women business entities so they can be certified to get government contracts. And we have programs that assist them to be able to know what they're doing. And I just believe that that's what you should do if you're going to go in business. To just as much as the money that you invest in that business, you should invest in the education, the knowledge, and the resources and tools.
Definitely.
Well, Kay, you talked about the fact that it is mainly our community of mostly men who make up the prison population and are the second quickest to go right back. So what kind of advice can you give to a young person that just can't catch a break, or maybe they're at the end of their rope, bad things just keep happening? Like what kind of advice could you give to any ex-offenders?
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Don't let your past dictate your future. Utilize all the resources that are available to you. Make sure that you are digging deep within yourself to identify what your barriers are. Make sure you're asking for help. You have to leave behind that mentality that got you in that situation in the first place, because if you don't release those ideals that you have or that you had that got you in that situation in the first place, that's going to be a trigger, and you're going to end up right back in the same situation. One of the biggest things that I have seen with repeat offenders is their inability to ask for help.
Okay.
The shame that's involved with being an ex inmate or being a re-entering citizen coming back home.
Okay.
They don't want to ask anyone for help, but you have to ask people for help. You have to. There are organizations like the Salvation Army is a nationwide organization that will give people all the assistance they need, from providing them with the counseling, their reentry meetings. It'll provide them with housing, food, help them with job readiness, just give them some tools that they need. But the main thing is you have to ask.
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely.
Asking for help and putting behind those past things that may have gotten you into that position. I love it.
That way of thinking.
Yes, that way of thinking. Sada, you talked about the time being now. So I wanted to ask you, do you think the time is now to get right with Jesus Christ? Do you believe that he's coming back, or do you now think that it's a myth or a hoax from like when you were raised or how you were raised?
So I was raised to believe in Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
and I do have faith, and I believe that there is a God. I definitely see that times are changing, and some of the things that were written in the Bible or even spoke about in church, and when my granny and my grandpa, when they raised me, that some of those things are coming to pass. I also believe that we as humans, we do have free will, and we can make decisions that can allow us to move forward. We are evolving as human beings. And since I was born, they've always said, oh, it's the end of days and it's the last days, but it's always the last days for somebody. So I challenge people to, get right with your creator and to move forward in a way that is empowering to you, to do right by people and to ask for forgiveness, whether or not people believe that that's Jesus that's going to save them or that they are actually responsible for the actions that they're taking. I leave that to each person. I have a very good relationship with my creator, and I believe that I'm doing the best that I can with the resources and tools that I have to move forward. I pray that I am right with God when my last minute comes and I take my last breath. But in the meantime, I'm a constant work in progress, and I'm thankful for the grace and the forgiveness that I've been offered. So that's my take on that. So.
Well, I was reading an article about a group called the Nuns, which is basically the fastest growing group of people, typically ages 18 to 29, that don't have a religious belief at all. Like, they don't believe anything. It's also said that Christianity would possibly be the highest declining religion in the next few years. So with that, I ask, how are we moving forward with so many people not believing in anything and just kind of doing their own thing? Because to me, when I was thinking about that, it resonated the truest way to usher in a totalitarian. You know what I practice. I practice it at home and still got it wrong. But the government, because we're so divided, so somebody can just swoop in and say, "Hey, all you guys are just doing 80 million different things. Look, we often do this." How anybody can answer, just one person.
Because there's no one in charge. When there's no one in charge, that's an opportunity to go in and set precedent.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
But
like even right now with the allegations that are going on against T.D. Jakes. Have y'all heard about that?
Yes. Let's not talk about it, but
Yeah.
yes.
Well, yes. So those allegations, that breaks down a congregation, a true believer.
Yeah.
When you lose those people that have set their sights on when you lose those people that have set that person as their leader, and they no longer have faith in that leader, and that leads them astray, they're like lost sheep.
Yeah.
So that opens a doorway for either non-belief or a doorway for a loss of faith and to temptation. So
absolutely.
Or it could bring you closer to God and help you to build a stronger relationship.
It could.
We should be putting our faith in the Creator and not in individuals, because we're all human. We're all fallible.
But what we have to look at is why the attack. When you look at the reason for the attack, that should make you get closer to your Creator. That should make you want to pray harder, because you want to wonder, why is this person that is such a strong leader under such attack?
Why is anyone though?
Yeah.
He's no better than anyone else to be attacked, criticized, or judged. He is human, and we have to remember that. We
and
are
if we're such
responsible for the choices
Christians,
we make.
then we will forgive and move on.
Well, when I was younger, it was someone that said this. They said that you go to church, it's like a hospital. It's people who need healing. And so when you look at your pastor, that's someone who is like your doctor. And then when you look at the Bible, they're giving you the prescription. And when they're giving you the prescription, you're getting more and more of that prescription. But you overall know that everything that you do is coming from God. Don't look at that doctor for the healing. Don't look at the hospital or the person that's next to you that has the diseases and is coming here for the healing. You look to God. And if you look at God as that power, then everything else will come into play. We get lost in what we should be looking at. It's the choir. It's the pastor. It's the things that's surrounding everything around us. But if you look to the Creator and you look to God, then that peace and that healing will come over you. And so I live by that, because you can't put faith into the man. You got to put faith into the God.
But you have so many people
I agree.
don't know that.
I agree.
I
agree. And it's up, and I think when I looked at it in that analogy, it's up to us to let people know, don't get caught up, because you can get caught up. Don't get caught up, but understand where that true peace and that serenity is really coming from, and that's from your Creator.
Well, Solid, what you got?
Well, I am Solid Truth, and as always, I'm socially organizing and literally inspiring desire. I'm a poet, a motivational speaker. I'm a teaching artist with Poetry Promise. I'm a Girl Scout troop leader, and I'm also a domestic violence survivor and an advocate for domestic violence awareness with the Safe House of Nevada. So my segment this week is What You Talking About? Now, this has been a topic of conversation. It's not the most prevalent, but I want to revisit it because we actually talked about it before. Jonathan Majors, a few days ago, was found guilty of misdemeanor assault and harassment. He was the one that the superstar that played in Creed 2 or 3 or whatever, and a few other movies. No discredit to his reputation or rapport. He was accused of assaulting his girlfriend. Now there were so many videos and so many snippets of this and that and so many accusations, but he was found guilty of misdemeanor assault. I don't know what his original charges were, but it's very. I really feel some type of way about it as a domestic violence survivor. I did hear the story. I read a little bit about it. I didn't get all involved and deep down in it and make a choice to make who was right and who was wrong. It's sad that he lost all of his endorsements, and it's also sad that the young lady felt that she was being attacked. Whether or not that remains to be true, some of the video leaned me towards maybe he was actually just trying to escape a toxic relationship. But being a person who has experience being on both sides of the story, I think that this is an opportunity for potentially he and her to come out and show, how are you going to heal after this? Have you gotten any counseling? Domestic violence can happen on both sides. We only saw a snippet of their relationship. We don't know the in-depth details. The court of law has to go by what is factually represented, and I wasn't there to state that case. So I still feel some type of way about it. I can't say that I don't think he did it, because in order for him to have been charged and found guilty, there had to be something that a juror of his peers felt that he was guilty of. Domestic violence and assault, I don't see that as the charge. It's misdemeanor assault and harassment. Now, was she also doing the same thing to him?
Absolutely.
And what's the difference between her getting to file charges and press charges against him first? So I think that there's a bigger story there. And as a domestic violence awareness advocate, I think that we should actually look at that. We all know people who have gotten in fights with their mates and their spouses. The way that she handled it, from what I saw online, it seemed as though her goal was to ruin his reputation and to cause him to lose. Right. I did see video of her running behind him and chasing him when he was clearly trying to get away from her. I didn't read all the text messages and all that. I wasn't there in the court, but I'm just saying from what I saw, it appeared as though he was actually trying to de-escalate the situation and get away from her. Yep. Now, who knows how many times before that the altercations have happened and whether he was the aggressor or not. But in this case, he was found guilty. My prayers go out to both of them, because I've been on both sides of it, and it's a very tricky situation. And I think that if a person is involved, whether they are the aggressor or they are the recipient, they need help. They need counseling. And you can go to safehousenv.org if you need some of those services. The organization I work with does provide that. And whether or not you're on either side, we can help you. And so that's just the main thing that I wanted to say. Okay. So also, what about Taraji P. Henson's? Yeah. Now, did y'all cry? Because I cried.
I didn't.
Taraji got her money though.
I didn't watch all of it.
She put in the text message to Oprah.
I'm sure that when she was making that statement, I don't believe that it was that Oprah didn't pay her. I think she was looking at overall because everybody would have been talking about if they weren't paid fairly. Yes.
But they do talk about it, but you don't hear about it.
But I believe that specifically with the interview that she did, when she was talking about, as a Black woman, not getting paid what was fair. And I think there was even a meme comparing her getting paid $10,000 to another white actor or actress
$150,000, and he got paid $5 million.
Yeah, so there were definitely some comparisons. We know that this has been an issue, and we know that she's working hard. We know that she's always everywhere from the time that she came on the scene, and I think she's a phenomenal actress. I think she plays her roles very well, but I think that there's a larger issue at hand in the fairness of representation and how they're paid, and it's being brought to light now. So what is going to be done about it is what I want to know. So what do you guys think? What do you think?
Personally, I feel like when I was listening to everything that was going on and they started comparing her to what happened with Monique, then we kind of saw like, oh, okay, well, Monique was brave enough to speak out and they just drug her And now Taraji is speaking out about the same exact thing. And now we feel bad about it, you know.
And the irony.
And it's kind of, the irony, especially with all of the things that that I've been reading about. So I'm not sure. The only thing I can think of is if Tyler Perry's not getting in trouble, and that's a whole nother situation.
Oh my goodness, it's so
if he's
much.
not getting in trouble, then we have at least one billionaire person that's putting out movies. We need to start putting out our own movies, doing our own things, and paying our people accordingly, because it's just, I don't know if it's ever going to happen, if this has been happening since the beginning of time. So now we're here in 2023. It's about to be 2024, and we're still hearing about people like Taraji P, who's not getting her fair share. That's ridiculous to me.
And that's crazy. Excuse me, that's crazy, because most people think that she's getting paid.
Yeah.
What I say is the value. I don't think that it's a value between the difference between a black and a white artist. I think that it is, if you have a $5 billion budget, or you have a $5 million budget, then you should pay the actors on the scale according to their value in the film.
Absolutely.
And if it's unfair, then that goes into you knowing the business and being able to negotiate.
Right.
Black people have often taken lesser pay just to get out there. Now that we do have some African American and people of color producing, directing, and funding these films, hopefully we will see a change. That's what I hope is going to happen, because the conversation is very difficult. I'm not getting paid to do
I read
big movies.
I read an article when Taraji had made a comment that when she does get paid that $5 million, out of that $5 million, she's responsible for taking care of her team.
Right.
So out of that $5 million, she may take home 3.5, because 30% of that is going to go to her team.
But
So
50% goes to the government.
50% goes to the government off top. That's right. 50% goes to the government off top.
That's industry standard, though. That's for any actor or actress who, little films, big films, it doesn't matter. You know, that's part of what is going to come out of your budget, which is why they should negotiate for more, or we should do our own thing. Now, granted, she's probably not in a position to do that, but by making a statement and actually, I mean, I could see her emotion. I got emotional because I've heard her talk about it before, and I've heard others talk about it before. And the comparison between her and Monique, maybe we softened up a little bit after Monique talked about
That's
it
what
for
I
so
was
long.
gonna
Maybe
say.
we became more aware that it's more prevalent. Angela Bassett has spoken. There's so many people who have spoken about it, and it's an ongoing issue. But again, they just came back from strike, so I mean, it's a lot going on.
It's a lot
I think
going on.
when
It is.
Terrence Howard said he made $12,500 for Hustle and Flow, that is all he took away from that movie. That is shocking.
Yeah.
That is extremely shocking.
Gotta start
And I think we
negotiating for that back end.
never looked at what the actors were getting paid. We just assumed their celebrity and fame was what they were getting, because we seen them as being in areas of celebrity, right?
And
Well, this morning, Taraji made a statement. She said, "It took one call, one conversation, and one decision-making Black woman to make me feel heard. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do." So apparently she came through for her.
Okay.
But the irony that I was talking about earlier is that Monique had the same issue,
Right.
and she mentioned Oprah and she didn't do anything about it.
Right.
And Taraji mentioned Oprah and she came through for her.
But we don't know what she came through on behalf of, because Taraji never stated that that she wasn't being compensated fairly. That could have been, maybe she's going to do something about it. Maybe she's going to put her in more films. That's a lot of speculation there, because Taraji specifically was talking about in the past she has not been paid the same as other artists of her caliber. Monique specifically had just recently won an Oscar before she had that dispute with Netflix.
Right.
Now, some people were on Monique's side and some people weren't. But when she finally got her just due and she came through, I guess she had to put her head on the chopping block in order to stand up for
She had to
others.
Be she had to be
Taraji-
she had to be the martyr.
Yeah.
And I think their delivery is different.
Right.
But
Right.
you know, that
Exactly.
just kind of
Their
was
delivery.
her delivery was a little bit different.
the same
Taraji kind
story,
of
though.
Taraji kind of cried, and Monique was like, "Look, damn it. bitch, I'm not doing it or whatever. You know, she came out like that, and they're like, oh, wait a
You
minute,
gonna pay me.
hold on. And so I think that's what happened. But I appreciate if
Somebody
if
being
Oprah came
heard.
through.
Yeah,
and she came
Well, I'd
through.
like to know what
Somebody
she
being
came through on. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was on
let's research that.
Yeah.
And find out. But you guys, we are going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, more from the Gumbo Mix special 4th Friday segment on the I Am Talitha Kume show. We will be right back. Hey y'all, hey. So we are about to embark on this awesome journey as I reveal to you guys a legacy. Here, I'm gonna take out this, and I'm trying to MapQuest our old home. Dallas, Texas, by way of California, whatever you say, and then snap it. Whenever you're ready. But she was just covering, and she wanted to make sure she was able to keep the family together, so she did. But my mom now, having Simone and Courtney, realizing like, Willie Joe, you have to be in these kids' lives, and if you're not, I can't do this.
I was visiting the church. My dad was in the men's choir, and he had started going to the church. So I came to support my dad, and I got a chance to meet Dr. Bolden at the end of service. And the next time that I came to visit with my dad, just going to church with my dad, he remembered my name.
This is actually the time you find out a lot of things.
And we are back. If you just joined us, thank you for tuning in to the I Am Talitha Kume show on Food for the Soul Media Group and Vegas Hype Media. And I am here with my co-host, Solid Truth, Kay Griffith, and our special guest co-host, Capucine Holmes. And I want to get back into the discussion, but I wanted to just briefly talk about that commercial, that promo that I have been running. That was a labor of love. I told you guys before that my husband and I set out to do a documentary about my father's life, and that is going to be premiering next year, April 2024, finally, thank God. And we're going to be doing a red carpet screening in Dallas, Texas, and we are looking for sponsors, anybody who would like to donate, anybody who wants to come and set up shop, let us know a little bit about your business. Give me a shout out. You can email me at burriscreates@gmail.com or kumeproductions@yahoo.com, and you guys could be a sponsor for that awesome event. So I'm excited about that, you guys. And Kay, it's on you, man. What you got?
Hey, everybody. My name is Kay with the G. I am a counselor, a career coach, a subsidized program specialist, and a recidivism prevention advocate. I have a passion for the community, and I just love giving back and love people that give back. You know, I think it's very important that we all do our fair share of making sure that everyone has the right to live the best life that they can. So the segment that Talitha has given me is You Could Have Done Better. And what I'm going to talk about is a little touchy, but it's something that we all really need to look at with everything that's going on. This current administration that we're in has cost a lot. And I really don't like to talk about politics, but when the subject comes up as you could have done better, I do want to bring to light our foreign policy. Our foreign policies have made us susceptible to be target. When you look at the reckless foreign policies that have been pushed by our current administrations, it has weakened our standing. We withdrew from Afghanistan. That left us with over $7 billion worth of debt. Now we are sending financial assistance to overseas.
Yeah.
And this war that's going on in Palestine and in Israel, and not to mention the war that's going on in the Ukraine, we are privately funding these events. And this is just the information that I'm getting from sources that are viable sources, because it's all over the internet.
Okay.
And so what I am concerned about is we have our own issues here at home, things that need to be taken care of at home. Our homeless rate is increasing at 100 to 100 times higher than it was 2 years ago.
Right.
We have immigrants that are crossing the border at a rate that we can't even keep up with. So we're sending all of our money overseas to fund things that really are not relevant to what's going on with us. I don't know. I want to know, how is it benefiting us to sponsor, fund, be a part of, when we have so many issues that we need to address here. And when I think about it, I think about, when you think about the Democrats and the Republicans, typically the Democrats are more of a they provide more.
Okay.
They're more, the word is right on the tip of my tongue and I cannot think.
More vigilant?
No, not vigilant, but they do more government services, they provide more security for the people. They provide more programs for the community. But as far as funding things overseas, I don't feel comfortable with it. And how do you guys feel about that?
I'm in agreement with you. I think that there are so many things that we should be addressing here in our own backyard. And I'm just not sure what the benefit is. I can't see what the benefit is on funding all of these things overseas. Are they going to then come back and help us when something happens to us? Because I feel like we are leaving ourselves open. Like we're just like, okay, here, come get us.
Exactly.
We're here. We don't think that we can be taken down, but they've already shown us 9/11. I mean, they showed us what the capability is.
Well,
Solid is looking at me like this.
America is a corporation, and they play chess with the world and the world economy, and it's a chess move. And we, as the little pawns, peons, and we may never know. You know, we've watched this happen over and over again with multiple world wars and conflicts, and
absolutely,
America's always butting in. And I always say America is the best. Is not the most largest or the most powerful country, but we got the best marketing and the best marketing and promotions campaign.
Oh yeah, we have great marketing.
That's people believe that, but when it comes down to wars and support and sending money, they have to do some of those things because of agreements that they've already made behind closed doors.
Okay.
And we have an election.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I noticed today is that they pardoned a lot of drug dealers. Did you read that? They pardoned 11 drug dealers today. And I'm like, we're pardoning drug dealers. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I think that that's great because these are people that got convicted of crimes like for selling marijuana, and now marijuana is legal in those states, and these people, they got in life, so they pardoned their sentences. But what about the people that are hungry when you're passing foreign policies that are jeopardizing our global financial security? Our dollar is not worth anything anymore.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on.
We got a
here.
lot going on.
We do have a lot, and hopefully, when in doubt, just keep moving. You know,
That's a good.
just for us as American citizens, I'm like, we just gotta just keep moving, man.
Well, I'm an African American woman, and I
African American
we know
citizen.
how to.
Yeah, we just gotta keep it moving and figure stuff out, or whatever. But Cap, what you got going on?
Well, I'm Capucine Holmes. I'm a managing partner of Smart Tyme Consulting. I've been here in the Valley for over 20 years. And I've just watched Las Vegas grow, and I'm passionate about the community in which I serve. And so I have What's Up Vegas. So when I look at Las Vegas, it's a city that's some magical experiences for adults and families. And it's what you want to make of it. And I look at Vegas as the land of lights, glitz, and glamour with the heart of community. And so this holiday season, my place was the Opportunity Village Magical Forest, where you can get the holiday spirit up close and personal. You had to lights, the trees, the decorations. And that signature part for me was like me being a kid getting on a choo-choo train. rise through the magical forest and having some hot chocolate and some funnel cakes and what it say, food to the soul. So it soothed my soul. Good. And with live entertainment, and right now the dates are until December the 31st, but they're actually closed on Christmas Day. But look at this. The proceeds go to Opportunity Village, which provide resources and tools to intellectual disabilities, people who have intellectual disabilities to be successful in their daily lives. So mine is the Vegas highlights for the holiday season, right? So I'm going to give you information on that. Bruno Mars is there tonight and through New Year's Eve at Park MGM, and it's going to be 9 p.m. tonight. And then Friday.
Come on, y'all, let's go.
Friday on December the 29th, we got the Las Vegas own Neo at Dre's nightclub.
Neo's from Vegas?
Neo, yes. Neo's aunt, who produces local plays here in Las Vegas, is Fannie Mitchell. And she's a beautiful person, but it's a small world because my cousin, Kern Brantley, was Neo's musical director. And he's worked with as the musical director of Destiny Child, Beyonce, Gaga, Chris Brown, and many others. And his brother is Valdez Brantley, who was Usher's musical director for over 14 years. That's how I kind of know Usher. Yeah. And then on Friday, December the 29th, Neo is at Dre's nightclub. And Rick Ross on the 30th is at Dre's. The Black Eyed Peas is at the Venetian for 2 nights. And then Sunday, December the 31st, which is New Year's Eve, it will be going down in Las Vegas. We'll have 350,000 people here in Vegas for New Year's Eve.
I will be at home.
And those fireworks start at 12 noon, 12 midnight at 9 resorts rooftops, including the newly open Fountain Blue.
I already knew.
Okay.
$6 million they're spending on fireworks.
And as I said, Bruno Mars is at Park MGM, Chris Brown at Dre's, Black Eyed Peas is at the Venetian, 98 Degrees is over at Palms Hotel and Casino. And let's look at downtown Fremont experience with 3 stages. R&B group Black Street, the old school hip hop Kid and Play. They got Third Eye Blind and Big Gigantic. And then after this show tonight, when I leave here tonight, I'm headed to Mariposa, located at Decatur and Sahara.
Tuesday night.
And I'm getting some great live entertainment, some food and drinks. And tomorrow, the dynamic Ken Young presents Unc and the Nephews at Max and Jazz Sushi for Flamingo and Decatur.
So Capucine knows what's up. She knows what's up. She knows what's going on, and I think we need to kind of put that in like a little bullet point in our little in our comment section, so people will be able to remember all of these awesome concerts that are coming to town. In case you want to go out and have a good time, or in case you're like, hey, I just want to kind of stay to myself and enjoy myself at home and not have to worry about all of the crowds and commotion.
She spoke about Mariposa. You're the first person I've heard. That is a hidden gem in Las Vegas.
It's nice.
Tuesday nights they do karaoke.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon.
They had a brunch.
They had a brunch.
Yeah.
That's the place.
And you know what? Just thinking about when we get into 2024, look at all these residencies. Wu-Tang Clan.
Yep.
We got
Jodeci coming.
Yeah. New Edition.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be nice.
So I'm ready for the concert. I'm ready for the I'm ready for the concerts for the concerts next year.
Well, I'll be at the movie seeing The Color Purple on Christmas Day with my family. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yes. I think we all going to see it on Christmas.
Well, Quan, did I get a chance to get my artist? Is she good? Okay. Well, I think, let me see what my time is looking like, y'all. We are right on time. So I want to thank you ladies so much. It is always a good time when we get together. As we close the show out, please keep in mind that we are looking for positive artists who would like to have a live featured performance to end my show every week. I am a lover of all things music, and I really would love to showcase you and give you a platform to do your thing. You can be a Christian artist or a secular artist, but we just need some music with some substance and positivity. If you are interested, you can email us at foodforthesoulpresents@gmail.com for more information, and you could be our next guest, you guys. So I want to introduce my special spotlight artist of the evening. She was back. She's not back now because she wasn't able to make it to the studio, but she sent her live performance, so we're going to be able to play that today. Fiona Clarke is a singer-songwriter, entertainer, and business owner from Springfield, Massachusetts. Is that is that Massachusetts? Miss Clarke began her career at 16 years old, dancing with her team Dynamic, which can be seen on 106 in Park. Shortly after high school, Fiona started singing at local events where she started to soar, performing all over the East Coast from Boston to Hartford's Webster Hall, Stanford, Connecticut, opening up for Barry's Hammond, to New York's at SOB's, Miami Live, and more. In 2019, she released her debut EP, She's Ready, exclusively on her YouTube channel that features her hit single, Juicy, which is available on all streaming platforms. During the pandemic, she released her Fragrances by Fiona, a roll-on oil perfume line available at fragrancesbyfiona.com. Currently, she is working on her debut album set to be released next year. So Fiona is here live on video with Santa Baby.
Chimney tonight. beauty. A scent by Fiona will do or two. Just sign your ex on the line. Santa baby, hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you, but let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. No, I don't mean on the phone. Santa baby, hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry tonight.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that was so cute.
I love a good artist.
That was so cute. You guys, make sure to tune in every Friday to the I Am Talitha Kume show at 7:30 p.m. on our FB page and YouTube station, Food for the Soul Media Group, or Vegas Hype Media, and tell your people. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms at I Am Talitha Kume and Food for the Soul Media Group, and follow my girls at Solid Truth LV, and follow the Fro at K, the number 2 Unique, and at Cap Holmes, CAPHOLMES. Make sure you tune in Christmas Day for our TNB's Christmas with Friends special episode. You guys, our show tonight was sponsored in part by the Orlay Collective, Big Bobby B Beats, K Griffiths LLC, Solid Truth LLC, Smart Time Consultants LLC, and Fiona Clarke Music, you guys. And I brought the ladies. It's apple cider, you guys, so we're not on here getting drunk. But I just wanted to say cheers and wish you guys a happy holidays, and we will see you all next year. See you guys later. Bye.